out. It was a Friday night, I woke alone to get the feeling right. We started making out, and she took off my pants, but then I turned on the TV, and that's about the time she walked.
All right, welcoming to the CNO show right now. She's got a Lifetime original movie, Amanda Knox Story, Murder on Trial in Italy, premiering Monday, February 21st at 9 p.m. Eastern. Hayden Panettiere, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, so good to talk to you. It's a
so
pleasure.
Cool.
You too.
Do you ever feel like is it weird for you to know that there's just guys oogling you and googling you all the time, and then when you actually do these radio interviews, you're talking to these guys,
these creeps?
Wow. Well, I feel flattered.
You've had about as much success in the TV as a person can have in one show. You've got a movie coming out, you know, and of course there's Scream 4 down the line. Are you ready to make that jump from television to movies exclusively?
Yeah, I am. I mean, I never say never to doing another
Justin
TV
Bieber,
show. You
good
know,
call.
Something came along. But I do. I love film as well.
Tell us about the new movie. I mean, it's riveting, you know, and I feel like you and the producers have pretty much everyone complaining about something with this movie. So tell us all about it. Right.
Well, it's the Amanda Knox story. This young American student who went over to Italy to do a year abroad in Perugia, and was convicted of murdering her British roommate and sentenced to 26 years in jail. And it's one of those interesting stories where you genuinely don't know.
Right.
And I, having spent that amount of time, 5 weeks, just researching it and everything I could get my hands on, when you really get down to the facts and when you start researching them, it's hard to have an opinion.
Right.
It really is. Things just don't match up.
Let me ask you this. Now, obviously, we know that your key demographic for a movie like this is females. It's on the Lifetime network. There's no surprise there. Is this the type of movie, and just Lifetime movies in general, if I'm trying to get in good with a girl, is that the type of movie that I should recommend we sit down and watch together?
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, you as a female, like, do you ever sit down with a guy like and just sort of watch the Lifetime movie network and make him just pull his eyes out the entire time?
You and Vladimir.
I don't make people do things they don't want to do, but generally, you know, Lifetime, especially lately, has been not just women directed. You know, you had the Craigslist Killer, so
right.
They're not just for women.
Okay.
It's not one of those films that will, if you're a guy, you're not going to tear your hair out watching it.
Hayden, you mentioned, like Justin Bieber, you'll never say never to a movie role. Obviously, it's really controversial. You got the Italian police, you know, freaking out about the movie. You got Amanda Knox's family just, pretty upset about it. But what made you want to be involved with this?
Just such an interesting, riveting story. Something that people want to hear. And this film is done very well. It's done in a very tasteful way. It's done very fact-driven. Nothing in it that could incriminate her. It's nothing that people haven't heard or seen before. Everyone, knows. It's definitely public knowledge. So it was a challenge that I really wanted to do.
All right, I want to jump into Scream 4 talk real quick because, you know, that I grew up on Scream 4. You're about the same age, similar age, so you probably did too. Did you watch them growing up, first of all?
Absolutely.
Oh, great. So you know what the dynamic of it is. Neve Campbell, she was the recurring strong female character, you know, from 1 through 3, and it really made the series what it was. Is it your goal to take on that similar role in Scream 4, especially if it really takes off?
I don't know. It's not something that, you know, first of all, you have to wait and see the movie. Because if I die, then obviously that's not happening.
Right. You die.
You never know. You never know. It was a blast, though. What a cool film. What a cool experience. Neve Campbell, she literally doesn't age.
Right.
She looks the same.
Yeah,
that's
she really
crazy.
does.
She looks exactly. That's the first thing I said to her when I met her. I was like, "My God, you look exactly the same. You literally haven't changed."
Yeah, but now that you're in the movie, you're definitely stealing the hot girl role from her and taking that on as your own.
There's a lot of pretty girls in the film.
Yeah, but let's be honest. You're the prettiest. Come on.
I don't think that's true, but I appreciate it. Thank you.
I heard that there were some rewrites in Scream 4. Who did they bring in to do these? And did you have to go back and reshoot anything?
They had a lot of different. They had a few writers that were coming in and out. I didn't have to do any reshoots. I know they reshot one thing, but it had nothing to do with any of my stuff, luckily. So, and it was amazing. You got Wes Craven directing it.
Oh
and
my God, what an honor, right?
The film, they say it's amazing. People are just loving it.
Hayden, I don't want to get too personal here, but I know that I'm a big boxing and MMA fan. I know that you're dating Wladimir Klitchko. How did you get involved with that? I mean, how did you guys meet up and start dating?
The athletic world and the industry they're not that far apart.
Right.
I mean,
they're kind of symbiotic.
I think it's more people seeing our size difference, and then all of a sudden people are like, "How did you end up?"
That's actually what we asked beforehand.
Just because we live in different atmospheres doesn't mean we can't be friends.
Right,
so
right.
Now, obviously, we flattered you a lot, hopefully, or at least we're trying to. We're grasping here. But, you're gorgeous. I'm going to say it again. If I saw you on the streets, basically, I would ask you to join me for a bowl of noodles.
I love bowl of noodles.
Me too. Are you a big pho gal?
Yeah.
Yes, love it. Are you chicken or shrimp or
meat bar?
Meat bar.
I'm chicken.
Nice.
Although I like all of them.
They're all great. You're right.
That is so great. Do you think there's, when it comes to acting in film roles, do you think that there's a tactful way of shedding clothing in a movie? And I don't mean to be a creeper. I'm really not. That's not what I'm going for. And under the right circumstances, would you ever allow yourself to do that on film?
Maybe. I do think there's tasteful versus untasteful.
Mm-hmm.
But, obviously you don't want to just take your clothes off just to take your clothes off.
Right.
But it doesn't bother me when women do that in film.
I do it all the time.
So you never know.
Right.
It just has to be the right thing. You don't want to go taking your clothes off for something that is unnecessary.
Like Scream 4.
Yeah. Or like after 3 beers at a party this weekend.
Right. Not a good idea.
I watched you on Heroes, but my second favorite role you've ever played was yourself in the Neutrogena Skin ID commercials. One thing I wanted to ask is, all right, I see all these people on these proactive commercials and Neutrogena Skin ID. Personally, I think that as an actress, especially if you're a beautiful actress like yourself, you want to kind of present yourself as flawless, and these commercials kind of show these imperfections and stuff that most people are pretty sensitive to. How did you, I guess, agree to start doing commercials that are all based on selling acne products?
I don't know. That's
right.
Such an interesting question.
Are you just nervous about doing something like that?
No.
Because I see Jessica Simpson and Katy Perry, and they show, one of the things they do is they'll show pictures of them with acne, and they'll be like, I used to look like this, but now I look like, and I'm like, why would you even want to show that on TV?
Because we're normal.
Oh.
Because people are human. Because
right.
people, people like to, relate their situation to the fact that celebrities or people in the spotlight, they're just like you. I mean, we're not an alien species. Well, Brad and Angelina maybe, but we're not.
That's on the record.
Well,
I'm just kidding.
Hayden, are you on Twitter?
I'm not.
Oh, that's fine.
Bummer.
All right, real quick, the question everybody wants answered: when are we going to see a sequel to Remember the Titans?
You might see a remake before you see a sequel.
Perfect. Hayden Panettiere, thank you so much. Lifetime original movie, Amanda Knox, Murder on Trial in Italy, premiering Monday, February 21st at 9 p.m. Thank you so much for joining the CNO Show.
Thanks, guys.